Kevin Nisbet has ripped the script up and he's put the league on its head as he fired the Dons top of the league.
Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Now, Aberdeen and Aberdeen fans may be a tin-pot club with that late celebration. We'll talk more about it later. But there's nothing tin-pot about sitting top of the Scottish Premiership. Despite it only being 4 games in, it's 12 points out of 12. There's a very good chance as well Aberdeen will finish the weekend and go into the international break top of the league because they only need Celtic not to win tomorrow to stay there. So a massive result tonight despite not playing well in Dingwall against County. But yeah, a late Kevin Nisbet winner. I think that shows how crucial he can be. A lot he had it on time. There was penalties saved. There was injuries. There was goals disallowed. There was pretty much everything. And there was like I touched on earlier, one of the cringiest celebrations I think I've seen in a very long time. But we will address that later on. First, let's give credit to Aberdeen because they did pull this out the bag. Like I said, it was looking like a point, which would have been disappointing, pun intended. But for Jimmy Phelan's side to get that late winner, that's what champions are made of. And if Aberdeen are, I'm not saying they're going to be champions, but even if they're trying to, let's say, finish second, or even finish third, it could be results like this. You look back on it at the end of the season and go, that was pivotal.
Absolutely. 11 points clear of Hibs and Hearts, 12 points clear of Killie, and with the fixtures tomorrow, it could very much stay the same.
It could be 5 ahead of Rangers.
Yeah,
in the battle for second after tomorrow.
Yeah, they could be two. They could be 2 clear. You know what I mean? It's a crazy world, and see, I'm not saying it's tin pot for me because it's the 4th match day, the celebration at the end. We're not talking about 2 people in favour. It was like literally a full stand.
I could understand.
If this was like match day 30, absolutely.
10 games to go, and there's a real possibility of them winning the league. Fair enough, but come on, it's the 4th game in the league against Ross County. But look, good. It's been a good signing, Kevin Nisbet. I think we knew he was going to be someone that could come in and do a job, and I mean he done that job tonight. Overall, I did think Aberdeen were poor though. They weren't great, but sometimes you have to win when you're not great.
Absolutely, but we go back to the start of this game. Ross County have a goal disallowed from Hale. I mean, it didn't look offside, but the replays clearly show it was offside. So
yeah, initially, I think this is back in the day. You'd have been happy with this being level, but now with the technology, level's pretty much gone. So you either need to decide whether he's on or off, and unfortunately, he's slightly off.
Yep, and so's Jamie McGrath, because he picked up an injury, and the winner of the match came on for him, so that worked out.
Yeah, Kevin Nisbet getting a full hour. You factor in injury time, you got about 75 minutes, so plenty of time here to make an impact. Aberdeen in the second half did score a goal.
Rubicic.
But it wasn't, it didn't count. There was 2 that, I don't even think, first of all, I don't think Rubicic actually scored, but he was offside, so therefore, it got ruled out because the second attempt at the goal came from his header. Now, had the first attempt, the original free kick went in, it would have counted because Rubicic wouldn't have factored in. But because the free kick bounced off the crossbar and Rubicic was the first man to then, get something on it, that meant that, he was offside. So I still think that offside rule is a little bit... I still think it's wrong, the offside rule. You talk about phases of play and all this stuff. To me, it's weird that, because he's not playing a pass to Rubicic at the end of the day. If Rubicic was offside and he plays a cross to somebody else, then if Rubicic isn't, it's not to him, so it would count.
Yeah, no, I get that, but
it's because...
the rules are rules at the end of the day, and they follow them here. And
so yeah, but I do think they got the right decision because... I don't think either ball crossed the line, but it's hard to tell. We don't have the goal line technology in Scottish football. We only have VAR. But then again,
so weird,
we can draw the lines for the offside. So you'd think it would be similar to the goal lines, but it's not. But for me, the ball didn't cross the line on either attempt, so I think this was a fair decision. Ross County then got a penalty, and that penalty was saved. So Ross County had a really good chance to go in front. They didn't take it.
Hale.
Aberdeen did pile on pressure towards the end, and you felt like if any team was going to win it, it would be Aberdeen. But then they get the goal, nice wee bit of play there. Kevin Nisbet does slot it home. I mean, it's a good goal. And then just the aftermath of that, I'd say we must have had at least a couple of hundred minimum. Felt like a few hundred, I'd say.
I'd say about 450.
450?
In that ballpark.
Running onto the pitch, and again, will Aberdeen get in trouble for this? It's a hell of a lot of fans coming on and disrupting the game. And I mean, I think there may be a consequence for this, and it's just kind of sad. And it goes to show you that, see if the fans want to have a pitch invasion, there's nothing the stewards or the police are going to do.
No, there's not. I mean, obviously this game, it's not a Category A game, so to speak. It's more of a category.
But same tomorrow, man. I know there'll be... I know when the Old Firm are in town, it's Rangers Celtic, they double down. But just with the sheer... Well, there'll be no Rangers fans to thing with, but just with the sheer amount of people, like, see when you've got 50, 60,000, there's no way you've got enough police to combat that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the worst
one...
one...
Look at the Scottish Cup.
What,
right?
Hibs and Rangers?
Yes, but...
And the horses, that was the worst one.
That wasn't the whole... that was just like a portion of each fan base.
Aye.
You imagine if the entire stadium was invading the pitch.
It'd be great if Fog football was around then. Make a wee cheeky... Well, I was going to say it'd be great to make a fed on the pitch invasion. Not so much the result, but the pitch invasion.
Third David Gray liked the result. Anyway, look guys, Aberdeen win the night. Good for them. They go top of the table. It's nice, it's actually refreshing, even though I wish Hearts were up there. It's nice to see a team outside of the Old Firm have a 100% record after 4 games and at the top of the table. So it's good for Scottish football to have a team that isn't called Celtic top.
Yeah, but it gives Aberdeen incentive, right? It means when... I know obviously they've got the rivalry with Rangers, right? But seeing they come up against Celtic and Rangers, it's not, we're going to get pumped, lie down, whatever talk, right? They've got a purpose to beating them. It's not just, let's beat them and move up the league. They have literally, here, take it to them. League title, potentially. It's crazy as it sounds 4 games in. Leicester fought that once upon a time, didn't they?
They did.
And what happened to them? They went ahead and laid the smackdown and won that league, surprisingly. But Aberdeen's fixtures, I think they've been kind to them. What will happen when they actually play a team, who knows? But you've got to play what's in front of you, and they've won 4 out of 4. And
for me, they've only had one tough game, but they were taking on a European, a European struggling Kilmarnock side. Yeah,
so the next 3 games in the league for Aberdeen are at home to Motherwell, away to Dundee, home to Hearts, then away to Celtic, New Firm Derby, and then at home to Rangers, away to Hibs.
Yeah, Aberdeen could very possibly win their next 3 games.
Yeah.
Motherwell's a winnable game. You got Dundee without their captain and star player Luke McCowan. You feel like there's a win in there. And then we know Hearts aren't doing great right now. So I'd say there is a really good chance.
No, I'd agree. I mean, I'm looking at these fixtures. I mean, there's a real opportunity when Rangers play Aberdeen. They might still be behind them. 30th of October, a long time away. But if Aberdeen continue this form, the 5 points will be hard to pull back. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave it. Kevin Nisbet, great. I was going to say it wasn't his debut, but it's his first goal for the Dons. And I tell you what, it's a memorable one. Anyway, till next time. Peace.